No. Maybe. Yeah, that'll work. And that is not going to work. Do like that. Okay. What the heck am I looking for? 612. Mm-hmm. Open, open. All right. Let's do this. You know, you think I would invest in like a tripod or something, but no, we're going to do economical and go with balancing my video device with a shoe. It works. All right. No, I don't want to join audio. So I got Libby, got Nancy. Oh, there's me. Hey, hey.
Hey, this is Libby.
Hey, Libby. So when we get going, we'll mute everybody out. Maybe sooner, depending on how big the room is. I never really know. I would ask all y'all to have your video on because I'm not in the same room as you. The closest I have is the screen. And in order to best serve you, it helps if I can see you. I will, once we get going, I will set this to spotlight. In fact, I'll do that now. So that the only thing people are seeing is just me. That way, okay, so I've been out of the game for a while, still kind of getting back into Zoom. Can you tell me on your screen, do you see me?
Hi, I see you.
Okay. And my leg, pretty much all you see on the screen.
Really appreciate you holding this class today.
I'm happy to do it. I really am. This is y'all give me a whole lot more than I give you, believe it or not. I'm telling you, it's just how it is. As I was doing my homework and doing some preparation, there were dudes working on this RV lot that I live in, doing cleanup on the surface of the road. It was making a hell of a racket. And I was like, oh, that'll be interesting. They stopped. They're done for the day. Hey, Barbara, will you turn on your video if you would, please? Hi.
Hi.
see. We got a few minutes yet. I'm gonna get us started pretty much on time. I'm- so hoping I have things set up to where when people come in, I'm automatically muted. But, I'll keep an eye out for that.
What the heck?
Hey, you might want to, if you haven't already, this is a yin practice, so you might find it handy to have a block, maybe a strap. I like to use a towel sometimes for certain poses. Out of it. Whatever sort of prop you like to use, you need to have handy. All right, we have people arriving. It's exciting. Get them up their glasses.
What are we waiting for? Wait, no.
Where's everybody joining from?
I'm in Texas.
I'm in Colorado.
There's somebody say Colorado.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was born in Denver. Where you
Hey.
at?
What's that?
Where are you at in Colorado?
We live in eastern Colorado half the time, and then we live in Summit County the other half of the time. So right now it's
All right.
eastern Colorado. Here in another couple weeks, it'll be Summit County.
Spent a lot of summers in Ray, Colorado as a kid, kind of working on a feedlot.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, quite the experience. I was a little buckaroo working with cows and things. Just a
Oh,
kid,
yeah.
man. It was cool.
Yep, that's my life half the year, and the other half of the year it's just waiting for the snow to fall.
Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. What time do we have? You know what? We're there. Let's get going. Does everybody hear me okay?
Yep.
Oh. All right. Got another one popping in. And another one.
Is there a way to turn the volume up, Steve?
I've got my volume, my mic levels set up as far as they go. Do
Okay.
you have an adjustment louder on your end?
Yeah, I've got it up as loud as it'll go too, but it's not the best.
Yeah.
I'll work with it.
Well, the nice thing is this sort of practice, I don't do a whole lot of talking. There's a lot of silence, stillness.
Okay.
Okay, let's get. All right, does everybody hear me okay? Thumbs up. Alicia, would you please turn on your video so I can see you? I've got it set to spotlight me, so you will have video privacy. Not a requirement, but it sure makes my job a lot easier if I can see you. I can better serve you. Thank you. Cool. All right, I'm going to mute everybody out. You will have the liberty to unmute yourself if there's some kind of emergency. All right. Still hear me? Thumbs up. Groovy. Let's boogie. Let's do this thing, huh? Go ahead and get on your mat. I sure do thank y'all for taking some time to hang out with me this afternoon and do some stuff. Get you a seated position, something grounded. It could be an easy seat like a sukhasana, maybe siddhasana, heels in the groin, or maybe you like lotus, half a lotus, whatever it is, just make it grounded. Sit into it. Now let your spine be erect, your shoulders up over your hips and your ears up over your shoulders. We're just going to hang out here for a few minutes. I'm going to go over a couple pointers and tips and suggestions. I'm full of suggestions. I got a whole lot of them. The lady divorced me. She thinks I'm full of something else. You might agree with her. And if that's the case, just discard what I suggest. You are the ultimate choice in what you take from this and what you do with this. If I suggest something that doesn't work for you, well, there's no requirement. You're not expected to do it. And then as far as this flow, it's something I learned from a guy named Travis called Infinity Flow. We'll do poses on the right side of the body. Every pose we're going to do, right side, right side, right side. We complete the right side, we'll get the left side. So listen to the cues. When I say left, it is left, and right is right. And if you get a little lost, that's all right. Just take a breath and dial back in. Now, here's your first suggestion. Close your eyes. And place your hands in your lap, palms up, palms down. Don't matter, it's yours. Perhaps there's a mudra that you prefer. It's a good time to do that. You have freedom, moksha, liberty to kind of season this meal the way that it serves you best. Now there's this monk named Thit, some call him Thay. And this old boy, he said one time that happiness is the source of our smile, but our smile can be the source of happiness. We learn in our physical aspect of practice in asana. Perhaps you found already that moving the body, strengthening, stretching the body can have an impact, a beneficial impact on the mind. It can quiet the mind. It can also have impact on emotional state. Well, facial expression, same thing. Smile. I'm not talking about maniacal psycho smile. I'm talking about gentle smile. Think of the touch of your lover's caress. Yeah, that smile right there. That's the smile I'm talking about. It can bring us to a place of pleasant contentment. As we dwell in the poses, we find sensation, and the mind might get a little rowdy saying, hey, I want you to fidget. I want you to move, wiggle, get out of this spot. I encourage you to smile, that soft smile. Allow it to bring you to pleasant contentment in the situation, and just be still. Now let's go ahead and make our way to our first pose. We're only going to be there for a moment. Just come to a table, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Tuck your toes under, and then just straighten your legs, lifting the butt, dropping the head, called downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Well, just a moment here, just enough to generate just a little tiny bit of heat. We're not going for intensity as far as vinyasa. It's more about sensation. Maybe bend one knee, two knees a couple times. Good. And we're going to go right on into a pigeon. So as you breathe in, lift your right leg behind you. And then exhale, just sweep your right leg through, bringing your right shin towards the front of the mat. Right knee is kind of at your right wrist, right foot at your left hand. Left knee lowers to the mat, and start walking your left knee back and just dropping down into this pigeon pose. If you want fancy Sanskrit, okay. Ekapada, Kapotasana. Well, I like to call it finding something in my right hip. Stay up on your left thigh and just let every exhale drop you a little deeper into this. And at some point, perhaps come to your forearms. And maybe even come down a little deeper. Reach your arms forward, bring your chest to the planet. Perhaps set your forehead on the mat or block. And just a few breaths to settle into that place right between too much and not enough. It's called moderation. Just let your breath spill naturally. You're not looking ujjayi, no force, just breath moving in and out as it does. Take a moment to look at that breath. Perhaps we can just keep it through nostrils with lips together, teeth not touching. Maybe not. Maybe a stuffy nose. Maybe it's shallow, maybe it's deep. Whatever it is, just recognize it and then let it be. Bring your attention now to that place in your hip that you're feeling. Somewhere down there, deep in the right hip, that sensation. And just look at it. Soften around it with exhale. You've now found your edge. And that's the first principle of Yin, finding the edge. Second principle, stillness. Eliminate all unnecessary movement. Only motion necessary would be to increase or decrease the sensation. Otherwise, just be still. Third principle of Yin is time. I'm going to take about 1.5 to 2 minutes just to move beyond muscles, to access the connective tissues, extracellular matrix, ligaments, tendons, fascia. Fascia is your meridians where prana flows, the life force energy of your body. Time and stillness allows us to touch that aspect of your anatomy. And I know that stuff in the kitchen, the monkeys, they start breaking plates, asking you to move, to get out of this spot. Smile, contentment. Investigate what happens when you stay in yoga pose longer than you want to. These last few moments, please, in your mind, list the names of every person, every being that you love. Just list their names. With as little extra movement as possible, take a little slight roll to your right. Feel some weight in your outer right thigh, outer right hip. Just turn your inner left knee, inner left foot to the mat for a moment. Maybe lean on your right forearm. You would call this a rebound. Just let the stretch start to wash off a little bit. Good. Now pay attention as we come up to seated. Continue leaning right. Swing your left leg out in front of you. Straight ahead, heel down, toes up. Tuck the bottom of your right foot into your left thigh. It's a little figure 4. Right foot touching left thigh. Left heel down, left leg long. Good. Just square your torso in the same direction as your left leg. Both your sit bones nice and even. Take a breath. Reach your hands up high. Lift your breastbone away from your pubic bone. And then just breathe out. Fold forward. Chest to thigh. Arms reaching forward. You maybe want to grab something or not. Either way, it's cool. Just find the back of your left leg. some lengthening sensation from left heel to back of left knee. From back of left knee all the way to left sit bone. Some lengthening. Just keep letting your right knee just sort of fall open. And again, find that edge. Soften around it. Slip into the stillness. And spend some time your mind's eye focused to the sense of touch. Notice the sensation of flesh touching the planet. Perhaps breath brushing across your thigh. Material of your shirt touching your skin. Just look and watch the sense of touch. The fidgets start to come. Bring your attention back to the feel of touch, the movement of breath. And let the smile bring you to contentment, Ananda, Santosha. With no hurries and no worries, just slow and easy. Bring your torso upright again. Leave your legs alone. With sitting up, just notice the wash across the back of your left leg, that rebound, that sensation. Is your chi, your prana, developing awareness. Place your left hand on the planet, kind of out there next to your left hip. Just lean into it. Bring your right foot to the outside of your right hip, 5 toenails against the mat. Half a hero. Ardha Virasana. And just paying real good attention to what your knee says. Maybe bring knees together, only to where it's appropriate. For me, I got to put a little something underneath my left butt cheek for it to be right for me. If you need something, block, cushion, we'll do it. It's cool. You can stay upright, sitting just like so, hands on thighs. This may be plenty. Perhaps you want a little more sensation. Place your hands on the mat back there behind you. Just roll your shoulders back. Lean into this a little bit. That may be sufficient, or maybe come to your forearms, go a little deeper. But be respectful. Listen to what your sacred partner is telling you through the language of sensation. And for the very few, perhaps all the way to your back is where you're looking for. Again, it's not how it looks, it's how it feels. Find the sensation. Now you're in that sweetness, communication. Look at that sensation, eyes closed. Focus on that movie screen on the inside of your skull. And that physical sensation you're feeling right now, what does it look like? Give it a color. What color? What was it? Is it cold blue? Hot red? Maybe a toasty orange? It's your feeling, it's your color. Just look at it. Identify it. And then just let it be. And watch. This one of those poses that, well, right now we're at about that point where you hit that phase shift, going into connective tissues. Things might get a little rowdy, and that's okay. They're supposed to. Your challenge is to just be with it. Be non-reactive, just still. Feel it. Observe it, and then just be with it, right? You know, it's not forever. It's temporary. Just investigate it. Like, be the witness. It's just another moment to see if we can be still in this very, very sensual situation. Just breathe. Now, if you chose to go to your back or your forearms, come back upright. Slow, smooth. We got no rush. We got no mind of things to do or to be, just now. And just leaning again into your left hand. Now we get to straighten our right leg. Ooh. Be still. Once it's straight, just still. Look, feel that wash, that shift all through the flesh, the meat. What is that? That's so interesting. Bend your left knee and bring it under your right knee. Bend your right knee and put your right foot on top of the inner left knee, stacking our shins like a couple of fire logs. It's double-seated pigeon. Now this might not be appropriate. If so, take it to easy seat. Right shin on top of left shin. That's okay. That might be a little bit more appropriate. Find what's right for you. Now, again, as you breathe in, let your sternum come away from your pubic bone. As you breathe out, just walk your hands forward. We're going to bring our nipples out past our shins. And going into our right hip a little bit. What is that? That's that sensation. It's nice. Maybe a couple times. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, dropping in. And you'll know once you're at that sweet spot, that moderation. Once you're there, just drop your head. You can put it on a block. You can stack your fists and put it on your fists. Just find that edge. Soften around and be still. Spend time. That color you were feeling a minute ago. You would give it a sound. What would that sound be? As you observe and investigate that sensation, what does it sound like? Maybe some chimes. Or like a rowdy old style telephone ringer. Maybe it sounds like that. I don't know. It's personal. It's yours. Whatever it is, just look at it. Just listen to it. Just be with it. And continuing to bring our senses within. Old sage named it Pratyahara. And this, no big mystery why things get a little rowdy when we dive into the hips. We tend to stash things there. And those things get a bit noisy when it's time to surrender them and let them go. And that's okay. You just stare at them as they protest. They don't like to be stared at. They'll get quiet. They are not the decision maker. You're just a phenomenon. Come on back up nice and smooth, no hurries. We ain't got no rush. Just feel every step of the way back upright again. As we come out of pose, we experience that rebound. Maybe you're lucky to feel that achiness, that dull throbbing. That means you got into the coatings of the bones. Legs straight forward for just a moment. We'll wiggle each knee a little bit, just a little motion, let prana flow. Spend some time exploring the right side. So before we get into the left, just a quick moment of gratitude that we're not an octopus. We only got two sides. Come back around to a table. You got your shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Walk your knees back just a little bit. Just drop your pelvis forward. Maybe some big circles. A little more active rebound here. Just a little bit of movement. I mean, this is about as most action we're going to see in this flow. Just get a couple of them, enjoy them. And then tuck your toes under and return to your downward facing dog. And touch this dog, touch it. I don't know how to care for anything without touching it gently. So a little bend in the knee might be sweet, a tilt of the pelvis, a little press of the palm. My biggest limitation is I'm not inside you. I don't know what you're feeling. Only you. You are your teacher. So what's your body asking for? Give it. Indulge. Yeah. Now let's find another pigeon by inhale your left leg up behind you. As you exhale, just sweep your left leg through, left shin towards the front of your mat. Left knee to left wrist, left foot to right wrist, right knee comes to the mat. Just use the toes of your right foot to walk your right knee back. Find length, right? Adjust where your foot is, your left foot. You can take it up towards the armpit, back towards the hip. Find that sensation, that spot. And if appropriate, come on down the forearms. And if that's not enough, want a little more, a little juicier, well, lay on into it. To the planet, arms reach long, that opening in your left hip happen. Now you know that sensation that you were listening to a little while ago. If it had a flavor, what would that flavor be? What would it taste like? Is it sweet, like ice cream? Is it spicy habanero? Maybe it's just a comfortable flavor. Strawberry jelly on warm toast. It's just look at it, identify it, and then just let it be what it is. Stay with it. And I know the fidgets are trying to come in. Remember, the smile. That smile when you experience a caress, your lover's caress. Contentment. It's no big mystery why that desire arises when it does. It's because you made the shift, the phase shift. You're going into parts of the anatomy that your ego does not want you to play with. Eckhart Tolle calls the ego mind-made false sense of self. Why it's not advised to give ego a vote in the matter. Easy now, gentle slight roll to the left, bringing weight into the outer left thigh, your outer left hip. Turn your inner right knee, inner right foot to the mat. It's kind of like deer pose, but a little different. We'll find static rebound, stillness, but rebounding. Listen up here. We sit up, swinging our right leg out front, straight ahead, heel down, toes up, sole of your left foot comes into the inner right thigh. Good. Square your chest, your torso along your right thigh. And breathing in, you just lift your breastbone away from your pelvis. And breathing out, you just bring your heart to your knee. Maybe you grab something, maybe not. Preferably something of yours. And find the edge. Soften around it with exhales. Slip into the stillness, become enamored with it. And just let time do what it does. that sensation that you were tasting just a few moments ago. What is the scent of that sensation? The aroma, the smell, what is it? Fresh cut clover? I don't know. Only you know. Look at it. Identify it. And then just be with it. And it's perfectly natural for thoughts to do what they do, an attempt to take you away from where you are. Just let it be. Don't fight it. There's no bias or judgments or attachments. You just let it be. Hmm. Taking a little time about it, you're gonna come sitting upright again with, oh, leave your legs alone. Just bring shoulders over hips. See if anything shifted as you came up. The physical shift, something just kind of beyond physical, like just on the other side of a dream. What is that? These are good questions to ask. Lean into your right hand on the mat next to your right hip. Just lean into it and bring your left foot around outside of your left hip. You know, you're like me. I got a little mileage. I'm going to slide something underneath my right butt cheek there. Because I want my sit bones even. If it's appropriate, let your knees come together. Half a hero, Ardha Virasana. In Yin tradition, it's half saddle. Or, like I like to call it, finding something in my knee and my ankle. Now, you can remain hands on thighs. If it's too much, just put your hands down in front and lean forward a little. If it's not enough, put your hands around back, lean back a little. Roll your shoulders into your armpits like you're touching the back of your heart with shoulder blades. The front of your heart open. If you feel the need for more, just lower the forearms. And for those that are looking for a little bit more, just gently come to your back. Please, please, listen to what your knee is telling you. Hmm. We've explored the conventional five senses. There's another sense that's not so orthodox. It's the mind. Much like you were observing sight, sound, touch, taste, smell. Observe thought. You know they're coming in. Watch them. Kind of like going to the movies, rather than being the actor in the movie, be the observer in the audience and watch the thought flow. You know, with practice, we watch, we learn to not hold on to it. We start to see gaps where one thought ends, little gap before the next thought begins. These are the interstices, the gap. I encourage you to discover these gaps and dwell in them. This is where you find a deeper strength. If you chose to go to your back or to your forearms, come back on upright, shoulders over hips, with no hurries, no agendas, just experiencing every step of the stroll. Lean into your right hand. Oh, we get to straighten our left leg. Just take it out front, straight ahead. And let both legs be extended for a moment. Feel the wash in your left leg. Remember the prana, the chi, the sensation, your awareness of the subtle body. Cool. Now bending your right knee, bring right ankle under left knee. Bending your left knee, bring left ankle on top of right knee. Remember, stacking fire logs, double seated pigeon, Kapotasana. And of course, this is not appropriate. Just bend the knees a little more, cross the shins into easy seat with left leg on top of right. Wherever you chose to go, even your sit bone. Let an inhale lift your breastbone away from your pubic bone. Let an exhale, walk your hands forward, bringing nipples out past shins, lengthening. Whoa, that probably feels kind of nice, right? Maybe another inhale, eyes, chin, nose forward. Exhale, we walk a little deeper. Once you find your edge, you know where it is. Drop your head, put it on a block, put it on fists, put it on the mat. The back of your neck be long. Let the depths of your hip open. Now, remember, way back when we started this walk together, I asked you to list the names of all those you love. And as you did that, at what point did you name yourself? Breathe. Look for the gaps. Watch thoughts moving. Find the spaces between them. And slide right into that gap and dwell there. Tap in to the source. One old boy named Leatsu, he asked us, can you remain still long enough for the mud of your waters to settle? What do you think he meant by that? Taking your time now, moving kind of like molasses in November. Sit on up out of this. Keep your legs stacked where they are for a moment. Just come to sitting upright. Oh, now release your legs forward. That dull achiness, that is not a bad thing. That you are feeling your bones. That's what that feeling is. Just look at it. We developed this skill of being able to look at something without a bias, without a judgment. In this manner, we feed our benevolence. Maybe wiggle your hips a little, feet, toes, wiggle something of yours, not your neighbor's. And then after you got a few wiggles, a few motions and movements, go to your back. We're gonna do a little different on the back, a couple movements on your back. Maybe hug your knees. Maybe you wanna grab your ankles or feet like a happy baby. Perhaps drop knees side to side, just a little movement now. I don't know what your body's asking for. I can only give you a couple suggestions. Listen to your partner and oblige her, him, it. And once you got your necessary movements made and you're feeling all re-centered, extend your legs out, extend your arms out, but not so much like Shavasana. We go to yin pose called pentacle. So arms are out wide to the sides, legs are open, 45 degrees, like a 5-point star, but laying on your back. palms up, allow your shoulder blades to flatten, allow the pectorals to spread. Run your mind's eye over your entire body. That wash, that sensation coming out of stretch. See if you can identify that anywhere in your body right now. And just be with it for a moment. I encourage you to remain in this final pose for 10, 15 minutes. As Steph teaches us, we have a peak pose. Well, congratulations, you're at your peak pose for this practice. Remain here, still, observant. May all sentient beings be happy and free. And as always, I offer to you my gratitude and my love. Sat Nam.